Welcome to my tarot card reading for February 2018, Virgo. And this is Manu Tarot. Let's start immediately with your reading, Virgo. We have here Eshu, we have Obba, and we have Iku. For those that have been following for a while, you should know by now that for me, Iku has 3, sometimes 4 meanings. Okay? Iku could mean symbolical death, or the second meaning, a literal one. After that, you have to consider what I call ancestors, but what is known as Egun. So that means that someone that died, not necessarily recently, it is coming forward and needs attention. I don't know which system you follow, but in many African cultures, religions, honoring the dead ones is part of their devotion and a way to pay homage and respect to the elderly and those that were not elderly that died. Okay, that's a way to pay respect. And then Egun, the ancestors, are coming forward, so you need to deal with them. Okay. And the last interpretation is something related with Paleria. Okay, if you don't know what's Paleria, then don't bother. But for those that do, there is something here related with Paleria. So you might solve the problem either with Paleria or with the dead, Egun, ancestors. Okay, I'm giving you the clue so you can, figure out what to do and how to do it. Oba is closely related with the wife that is willing to do anything to save the marriage, the woman that is willing to do anything for the husband. That's Oba. But at the same time, the story behind Oba is that she was tricked to do something that at the end it wasn't good for her. She ended up losing her husband. Okay, with this I'm not saying that you're going to lose the husband. What I'm saying is that sometimes people are going to come to your life and trick you into believing something, doing something, and it will have a negative impact in your life. It could be in your health, it could be in your job. So this is a situation where you have to be very careful who you trust. Okay. This is a very strong reading where Oche is technically ruling, for those that understand what I'm saying. We have here the Devil, Saturn, Capricorn, Mars, the Pentacle, 7 Pentacles, Saturn, Taurus. Again, Saturn here, it is heavily emphasized, Virgo, heavily emphasized. Therefore, you have to be very practical, very pragmatic, realistic during this month. You also need to hold on your expenses. Don't spend too much money during this month. Try to be very, very careful in your spending. Be as I forgot the word in English. Frugal, I think that's the word, as possible. Austerity is the key word here. Austerity. Don't spend a lot of money, which is also contemplated in the word that I said, Oche. Don't spend a lot of money. Also, we have to keep in mind that there are also behaviors or thoughts or beliefs that you are holding or you held that brought you problems. And it sounds like you're again back doing them. I'm explaining myself. Let's say your diabetes is under control and lately you are feeling free to indulge in a lot of sweets. Okay? So expect to have problems with diabetes, but the worst thing is that you might have problems with your feet eventually. Or who knows what else. So keep that in mind. What it's saying is behaviors from the past are coming again, and it will recreate a situation that you had in the past. For example, I'm going always with the extreme, very dramatic. so you can understand what I'm talking about. Again, let's say that you have an STD and STI, okay, and you got better, everything improved, it's been a while, and now you feel confident, wild, and you are going to jump and start doing the same as before. So the warning is there. Past behaviors and beliefs that were not useful are making a comeback, and again is going to have a negative impact in your life, in your finances. In other words, if you are a gambler and you lost everything in the past, just be very careful again with the gambling, okay? You're very close to repeat the same mistake that before. I'm being clear here of what I'm trying to bring forward with the reading, because that's the warning and that's the advice, okay? What else? Okay. Because we have these two. Oh, before I forget, for if you know anything about astrology, for the lunar month, I'm talking about lunar month here, from mid-January to mid-February, from mid-February to mid-March, the almutent is also Saturn and Jupiter in a second place, okay? During January to February, we have also Mars kicking in as almutent, okay? So just be very careful. Jupiter, belief systems. So be very careful. Stubbornness also is a big issue here. Okay? Be very careful. Also, abortion, I have to talk about that because it's also contemplated, especially under the sign of what I call Oche. So it's coming forward. There's a big energy here of Oche coming forward. So again, if you're planning to have an abortion, be aware that there is a big chance, I'm not saying that it's going to happen, but there is a big chance that there might be complications. Okay? There might be complications. It could be that you might end up with a infection, a blood infection. It might affect your central nervous system some way, somehow. That includes depression. Okay, things like that. Be aware of that. Worst case scenario, we have to remember that Iku is here. So an abortion might put the life of yourself in danger. Okay? So you know, therefore, during this month, use protection. Don't forget the birth control, your birth control pills or whatever you use as prophylaxis. Okay? A prophylactic advice is highly recommended. We have here these three cards. Again, I know that you are a little bit anxious, desperate, because your current situation is not what you want. You want something different. You want something different. You want to explore. You want to expand. You want to open your wings and fly away. You want to get out of the situation that you are. But right now, you have to wait. It's not the right time. Avoid being impulsive during this month. Okay, those are the warnings and advice. Avoid being impulsive during this time. It might bring a little bit of problems, quarrels, fights, arguments. Also, don't be too fast to talk. Okay, don't say everything that comes to your mind immediately. You might be your worst enemy. Okay, so be careful what you say, how you say, and even when you say it. That's the advice that I have for you. It might have a negative impact. Okay? Be cautious. That's secondly that warning and advice for you, Virgo, for February 2018. Until the next one.